Carlson here with Country Guitar Chops. And what I want to show you on this little lesson right here is this is a perfect example of how you steal licks from one song and you apply them to all your songs. You build up your chops, your lick vocabulary. And what I just played was two solos for a couple of the Maverick songs that I just made some lessons up for. If you're not familiar with my website, countryguitarchops.com, I have all kinds of instructional videos, and I also have what I call the song series lessons, where I teach how to play the songs as played on the recording. But another thing I do on most of these lessons is, in addition to just the guitar parts, the guitar solos and fill licks, you know, most of the songs have steel and fiddle parts, other instruments, so I'll improvise parts over those as well. So the two songs that I just played were There Goes My Heart, again, both songs by the Mavericks. There Goes My Heart was a nice shuffle, medium tempo shuffle in the key of E. And the other one that was All You Ever Do Is Bring Me Down. And that was an improvised solo that I came up with. And I want to show you how I stole a lick from, and it was quite by accident because I was improvising. I stole a lick from the other song, the first song, There Goes My Heart, when I was laying down that track. And, you know, the way I improvise the solos is I just hit the record button and away I go, let my fingers fly. And when I got done with the track, I thought, oh God, I just did that song. I just stole that song, that lick from the previous song, There Goes My Heart. So I was going to change that lick. And then I thought, no, this is a perfect example of how you would incorporate all these licks that you learn. You mix them up, you improvise. It's a great way to build up your, not only your lick vocabulary, but to learn how to improvise. So let me show you the lick here that I'm referring to, and then we'll talk a little more about it. Coming in off the song that Brent Mason, by the way, played the guitar parts on both of these songs. Coming in off of the There Goes My Heart, the song's in the key of E, and it goes to the 5 chord, which would be the B, back to the E. And the lick was, and then that would be the E chord right there. So I use that same lick in the other song that I improvised, All You Ever Do Is Bring Me Down. It's right there. You see, it fits in there fine. It's a perfect lick for that song, even though the grooves are totally different. Okay, one's a nice medium shuffle, the other one's a kind of a rockin', I don't know what you'd call the exact groove on it, but two totally different grooves, and that lick works perfect in both of them. So let me show you the lick here. Let's go back to the way I played it up here over the B chord. What you would do is slide up from the D string, doesn't matter where, just slide up, pick and slide. Come up to the 13th fret, skip the G string, and play your B at the 12 and your E at the 11. So it's pick, slide, double stop, strings 1 and 2. Come back down and hit a ghost note on the D string. So just take the pressure off, thump it, go down 1/2 step, double stop, strings 1 and 2. So now I'm on 12 and 11. You're not picking this one. And then bring the whole shape down again, and now we're going to triple stop all 3 strings. So I'm on 11, 10, and 9. So again, that would be pick, slide, double stop, ghost note, slide the whole phrase down, double stop, strings 1 and 2, slide the whole thing down, and triple stop, meaning I'm going to play all 3 strings at the same time, right there on 11, 10, and 9. Okay, that's the first half of the phrase. The second half of the phrase is exactly the same, but we're going to move up one set of strings, up or down if you want to We look at it pitch-wise. So bring your whole finger phrasing up one set of strings, up meaning towards the ceiling, and again slide in. It doesn't matter where. I think I typically come in from like here because my fingers are right here. So slide again, pick and slide, but go 1 fret higher than what we just previously did. We were on 13, okay? So now we're going to go up to 14, skip the D string, and pick the G and the B string. So I'm on 13 and 12 there. Again, the double stop, ghost note, double stop, move the whole phrase down one more, and triple stop all 3. Again, I wouldn't slide down from that far. It'd be up in here. Okay. Both of those together. One more. All right. So there's that cool little lick. And again, that was over the B chord. So, like I said, I used the exact same lick on the other song, totally different groove. It's just what fell off my fingers as I was improvising the solo. And to be honest with you, if you were to play this, I wouldn't want to play the same lick twice in a row in 2 different songs. But on a gigging situation, live situation, I guarantee you that if you were to play these songs back to back and played those 2 licks back to back in each of them, nobody would know. The only person that would know would be the guitar player that stands up on stage and watches you and trying to see what you're doing. He might, or she, they might figure that one out, but otherwise nobody's going to know. So what I did down here was I moved everything down to this position here. And let me show you the chord shape that I'm thinking around. Okay, we don't think around scales on this lick. It's chord shapes. I'm thinking around my B chord right here. Okay, that's where that whole phrase is coming out of. That's what I'm thinking of. That's my starting point. Same thing down here. I'm going to be around my E. Okay, now if you don't know what I'm talking about with these, that this is a B chord, I strongly recommend you check out my Mastering the Fretboard DVD download, available either way. It's my most popular instructional video because I teach you how to navigate the entire neck up and down, and the basically 5 chord shapes that you're gonna use, and then we tear those down into 2-note intervals or 3-note triads, and then I teach the scales, how to get into them from one to another. I mean, it's a great course. So anyway, that was around the B. I'm going to take the same thing down here around my E chord, and I'm going to play the same thing. So again, on my D string, pick and slide up to the 6th fret, skip the G, pick the B at 5 and the E at 4. And again, those are double stops. Double stop. Take the pressure off, hit a ghost note, move everything down a half step, double stop these 2 strings, move down another half step, and triple stop all 3, just like the last one. Okay. And again, just like the last one, come up here now, slide up 1 fret higher, so I'm on the A string now, skipping the D string, hitting the G at 6 and the B at 5. Again, double stops. Ghost note, slide down a half step, double stop, another half step, triple stop. All right. And like any other lick, there's just ways that you can syncopate that different. I mean, that's just one example. There's, just lots of ways that you could articulate it and syncopate it differently. Okay. So I hope you get a lot out of this lesson. It wasn't so much the lick that I was trying to teach you, although it is a great lick. the goal of this lesson here is to show you how, I did it quite by accident. I just, got through working on the one song, went on to the next, hit the record button, and blew out an improvised solo. And that's what came out. Of course, in a live situation, when you do that, you can't go, "Oh, I stop. I didn't mean to play that lick." You just got to go with it. And like I say, it sounds just fine in the other song, even though it's totally different groove. So experiment with your licks. You build up your chops, your vocabulary, and when you learn a song, like all of my lessons come with jam tracks. Once you've learned those, then start experimenting, playing the jam tracks, incorporating other licks from your vocabulary, and see what you come up with. That's how you learn to improvise. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoy working up songs off the record. That's a great way to learn because you're learning the way the great guys do it. But from there, once you got that down, then you start mixing those licks up. So, all right, I'll see you on the next lesson.